Hey, everybody, and welcome to Signals from the Frontline, your every Wednesday live broadcast here on Frontline Gaming. We're your hosts, Kicker, the chief of cereal and FLG insider, Shelby, the hobby guru and most delightful player in 40K, and I'm Seth, the Mad Doc, your competitive correspondent. What has everyone been up to?
I have not been watching Harry Potter. After last week's episode and confessing that I watched Harry Potter, I got a little bit of flack, and I decided to not watch that. So I watched like Die Hard or something cool like that.
I'm like super skeptical of your statement right now.
I think we'll have to question him further tomorrow, Shelby.
All right. I might have watched Lord of the Rings, and that's good though, right? Like Lord of the Rings. I mean, come on, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a solid choice. Super solid, very respectable.
Right. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I've been cooking up a storm. I don't know why. I felt like cooking this week, so I've been cooking nonstop, and it has been glorious.
So how many pounds of kale have you steamed?
Probably like 20. Man, it takes so much kale.
Yeah, we go through a lot of kale in this household. Moving right along, Shelby, what have you been up to?
I am trying so hard to get ahead on work. That way this weekend I don't feel guilty for not doing any work. And also whenever I come back, I don't hate myself. I've been snuggling my dogs a lot because I'm going to miss them. It's only 3 days. It's only ever like 3 days, but I feel deep inside very hurt whenever I have to leave them. It makes me sad. I am also Googling ramen places both near the venue and your house. I think we found a couple. So gonna go get that at some point.
I'm gonna make Kicker eat a po' boy.
Do it. Seth, what about you, man?
Do you guys know what po' boys are? Is like po' does everyone know what a po' boy is? Like,
pretty
is that
sure everybody knows what a po' boy is, right?
Okay, for listeners out there that don't know, it's I think it's a French roll you put it on usually.
Yeah.
Close. We call it French bread, just like crunchy
French bread, and then usually a obscene amount of deep fried seafood, and then sauce and lettuce to make it seem like a sandwich.
Yeah, pretty much. We dress it so it gets its sauce and tomatoes and lettuce and all that. But for those of you that haven't realized, Seth, Shelby, and I will all be going to the New Orleans Open this weekend. So that's why
we're excited for it.
Oh yeah, totally. Gonna be a lot of fun. Have you got all your painting done, Seth? Because I know that's what you've been rushing to do.
Yeah, I after last weekend, I went to an RTT and decided I really wanted to put some Beast Snaggle Boys in the list. So I like Sunday came home and started painting up 10 Beast Snaggle Boys. So I got those finished. So I got my everything finished. I was beginning of the week. I was kind of battling a sinus infection, so I was feeling kind of down.
How about now?
So I missed a day on the old exercise routine, but otherwise I've been doing good. And there's some of the orcs I just painted up that I've been sending to our lovely producer Richard. So these will be hitting the table hot and fresh for the first time in New Orleans. So check that out. Hopefully I can there's my mega boss. There he is. He's all spiffy and ready to go. Actually just before the show was flocking their bases. Just to give them a little bit more love. So they're all set to go. I've got the army all packed. I have nothing else packed. I have zero other things packed.
Priorities.
Just the army. After I get off work tomorrow morning, I will pack everything else. And then
Seth,
I will hit the road.
If it makes you feel better, I've done zero packing, army, anything. I'm just chilling. I'm just talking to you guys instead.
Yeah, but you forget, Shelby, that I'm the obsessive planner and prepper.
What? What's that? What are plans?
So
what does that word mean?
In a normal universe, Seth would already be completely packed the night before the event.
Fair enough.
So there is a small part of anxiety here, but there's also I'm also still just tired from being sick earlier in the week. So I'm just nope, I'm gonna get up tomorrow morning. I have 1 hour of lecture, and then I have the rest of the day to pack and get down to New Orleans, and it's only like a 5-hour drive. So
you got this.
I was about to say, you got this, man. I believe in you.
Kicker.
Yes.
Take us into the industry news.
All right, guys. Well, more Black Templars, and yes, it seems. I think that we finally got the last Black Templar mini revealed. Cool stuff. Do you guys know? I forgot the name. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible.
High Marshal Helbert.
There we go. High Marshal Helbert. I think it's really cool though, right? Have you guys noticed that they've been doing a lot of the new minis that are looking exactly like the artwork from like 20 years ago, 30 years ago? Yeah. It's pretty badass, and it also seems like they're paying tribute to the previous models or previous version of the models, like poses. So the new model is basically the exact same one, just biggie sized. And I think it's biggie size, right? They just and I think
it's super size.
I was like, someone's gonna make a super sized meme now. Just, chat, you have to do that. Okay.
So really quickly, did you say
it might be
20 to
Grimdark.
30-year-old art?
Okay,
Yes.
so like some of this artwork
You're
is
dating
really
yourself.
old. Oh, geez, yeah, right. Oh, yeah. let's
Shelby,
not talk
you
about it.
don't have to be the same age the art was made to appreciate the art.
That sounds really logical, Seth, and I'm gonna need you to get that out of here. Okay.
KR Quinn, it might be Grimaldus. I really don't know much about the Black Templar
Neither
other
do
than
I.
I love the Emperor's Champion.
Go look
He
at it.
looks badass. I know that there's a strong hatred of the Black Templar and some other shows on this network. I don't have a strong hatred for them. Don't mistake my apathy for hatred. I just don't know much about them.
Very different.
But what do you guys think? Do you think it's kind of like boring that they're taking the previous version of the model and then just basically remaking it, or do you think it's kind of cool that they're honoring the original pose and look of the last edition of the model and just making it a little bit more modern? I mean, what are your thoughts? Is that boring or is that awesome?
Is that not what they do with everything else?
Well, they've been doing a lot. Yeah, well, it's like they've been
I'm
doing,
sorry.
well, they've been doing a lot of it, and at first I thought it was kind of cool, but now I'm like, okay, guys, like just do something different. Like I know that I don't know. I mean, I know there's nostalgia there. Like if you have the Bellacore from like 10 years ago, you want the new Bellacore to kind of still look Bellacore, but like you can do something a little different. I don't know.
I don't know. The sculpts look, I mean, even if they're just new versions of the same thing, like their sculpts look really cool. Especially this guy that's like, I don't know how I feel about this actually. This homie that's like bearing a cross like Aquila.
Yeah.
I will smack you with my cross.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot.
We have to give credit. This new character, this Black Templar's character's got his whole entourage, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that. You know, you get in the whole squad there.
Yeah. I like the update because mainly think about it this way, Kicker.
Yeah.
What if the rest of your Black Templar armies was updated except your characters were old metal sculpts?
Ooh, good point. All right.
Yeah, so I think it's worth updating them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like it. I'm pretty excited just because as Shelby was saying, like every single new sculpt, regardless of what it is, it's 100 times better than anything from 5-10 years ago. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That High Marshal guy, is he supposed to be the same price like as Rowboat? Probably because like he's like a diorama style character.
He's like probably like he's Marnius Calgar level of Black Templar.
They haven't released the prices yet officially, but yeah, I think you're right with that, Seth. He's probably Calgar priced. Rowboat's like a big old base, big old model. Guys,
because doesn't Calgar come with like the bodyguard bros?
Yes, he does, dude. Yes, he does. The Victrix guard, the two guys with the shield. Yeah. You're right. So probably there you go. Look at that, Seth. So Seth has probably cracked the code of the pricing for this new mini. All right, well done, dude. Well done. So guys, on the Frontline Gaming front, I can't announce the specifics, but there's a couple new products that they're not mats and they're not terrain, but they're extremely awesome. We'll be announcing those down the line. And we will be announcing a brand new Frontline Gaming event planned for early next year. We're going to announce it most likely next week. I have to wait for Reese to give me the okay.
Can we guess what the products are?
I can't tell you what the products are. Wait.
Okay, you don't have to tell us what the products are, but can we wildly speculate?
Yes, but I will keep a poker face. Ready, go.
Go, Seth.
I think it's either one of two things. It's a Frontline Gaming branded cart, or
that's a really good idea. Writing that one down.
Just to satisfy the meme lords out there, Frontline Gaming branded koozies to use as stand-ins for mech guns.
All right, whatever.
You're welcome, Internet.
That's better. I'm good.
There we go. We're good. All right, guys. Speaking of koozies, at the last this past weekend we had the Las Vegas team tournament, and that was a tremendous success. We did have koozies there. People loved the koozies. It was the first time we ever did koozies as swag. So every person that attended the Las Vegas team tournament got a koozie, as well as your challenge coin and all the fun stuff you get at our events. I've been getting a lot of emails for the feedback of this event, and it's been just overwhelmingly positive. This was our first team tournament, so it was new for us, right?
Yeah.
But I wanted to read this email to you guys. It was pretty cool. This just came in today. Thanks for putting. I removed his name, but thanks for putting this event together. It was super fun. It was my first tournament, and I've definitely been bitten by the bug. I just signed up for SoCal. This guy was actually just one of many who was their first big tournament. In fact, I think there was 2, maybe 3 teams where the entire team. It was everyone's first tournament on that team. Does that make sense? Like I was like full teams of new players. Yeah, I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. A bunch of new players jumping on board and getting into the tournament circuit. So, the point for us for this, for a lot of our events, but this event was we wanted to make we want to make tournaments as accessible as possible, and I think we accomplished that with the LVTT this past weekend. But it was also super close. The competition was fierce. Yeah, But I just really want to thank everyone that showed up. I mean, the players, that was huge. That was our first ever team event. And our judges, our Frontline Gaming staff judges, Adam and Chris, who did an amazing job. The tournament was super accessible, but it was also, a lot of new players and whatnot, but it was apparently super competitive. Seth, you got the inside scoop on that, right?
Yeah, we'll get to that in the competitive roundup, but yeah, there was some tight competition there.
All right, cool.
A lot of teams showed up with some big names on them, so there was definitely some top caliber play going on there.
I'm still super stuck on new people coming to play at the team tournament. Like, that just makes so much sense, and it makes me so happy, because just imagine you're brand new to the game and you've got these best friends of yours who are like, come on, we'll take you, it's gonna be a great time, and like you just get to play with your best buds, and just gives me the good feels. I love it so much.
It reminds me of my first tournament adventure. Piling in the van with the van with the random guys from Montgomery and driving down to where was it? I can't remember. D'Iberville. That's where it was. D'Iberville, Mississippi. And texting my wife on the road to be like, if you don't hear from me in an hour, I'm dead in a ditch. But then they turned into my great friends, and it was all fun and laughs after that.
Well, and plus with teams, you get to wear matching shirts, which is always fun, right? Kind of cool, right?
Yeah. Am I supposed to bring this, by the way? Because it's going to be gross.
I don't know. It's a weird flex for us to like roll up to the table.
Yeah, I'm just going to not.
Do you know who I am?
Nope, I'm good. All right.
Yeah, if you see us at the convention, at the tournament this weekend, most likely we will not be wearing our FLGN shirt. We'll be wearing normal stuff.
Disguise.
Right.
Yeah, I think Kicker's already started petitioning for as crazy shirts as we can possibly find.
I would love that, guys. Please.
I'll dig around, man. I'll see what I got in the drawers.
All right. Let's just be as obnoxious as possible. All right, cool.
Solid.
The SoCal Open, I wanted to say that we have quite a few people showing up from around the country. SoCal Open's next month. And I was looking at the list of players, and I'm pretty stoked. We got Wyatt Turk from the Long War and Jack of Clubs painting. We've got the guys from Dice Check and Chapter Tactics all showing up. So it looks like it's going to be a really fun crowd there. And as I said earlier, the koozies were a tremendous success at the Las Vegas team tournament.
It's so specific.
I don't know. People apparently really love these things. So we decided as of yesterday that we're going to have them for SoCal. So everyone that's coming to SoCal, you get a koozie. You get a koozie. You both get a koozie.
Kicker, the next show, I have to try to remember to introduce you as the Oprah of swag.
Oh, do it. Oh, please. Unofficial title. Let's go.
Go for it, man.
Chat, let me know if you like that. Oprah of swag.
You can just call me Oprah from now on. Well, and hey, Richard, do you mind showing our brand new challenge coin? I'm very pleased to announce the challenge coin, which we will have there at the SoCal Open. It is a beautiful gold, polished, finished one. It's not actually gold; it's just finished gold, but it's nice, it's pretty, and it gives you all the amazing perks that you have come to know and love at Frontline Gaming events.
Still my favorite art. So, can I buy this shirt separately, even though I'm not going?
No.
If somebody really wants to buy an extra size medium SoCal shirt, save it for your girl.
I mean, honestly, if you really want a shirt, just message me after this, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could order one. We don't really deliver. We don't ship these shirts. You have to pick up the SoCal shirts on site. But I'll be there. So what do you know?
Yeah, I will figure it out. I just love that
you
art
knew
so
someone
much.
on site, Shelby.
That's so cool. If only I had the inside track.
Well, Shelby, why don't you tell us what's happening on the FLGN this week?
For sure. But first I have a question, Kicker. Shoot. You refer I want to know if this is something you can tell us. There's been 3 or 4 shows where you've talked about the perks of the challenge coin.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just remained a mystery. Is that purposeful?
Oh, I mean, no, but the thing is, okay, the true story, guys, let's get intimate and serious here. We don't actually know what's going to be the future perk, so I can give you only a retrospective view, so I can tell you what we've done previously. For example, most recently, I was actually not on site for the Las Vegas team tournament, but I know for Lone Star, what we did is each person that came in with a challenge coin, which at that time the only challenge coin holders were people that were at the Atlantic City Open. So anyone that came with an Atlantic City Open challenge coin at the Texas event got entered into a raffle for $100 store credit. So, and there's only like 5 people, right? Because there's only one other event. So I do think that,
solid.
Yeah, I know, right? And so we have a bunch of swag that I'm ordering, and I'll probably be allocating that swag as you can only get this if you present 2 coins or something. So that's probably
like you have to have a certain number of coins. Like this number of coins get you this. That's pretty cool.
Exactly,
I like that. It's like a loyalty program.
Yeah. Loyalty program, right? So for Las Vegas, I'm really stoked because by then, we'll have a few events. You could have had maybe 3-4 coins at that point. So the more coins you have that you can bring, and you have to have them in your hand and show them to us. You bring this to Las Vegas and you can probably, I don't want to say what, but you'll be able to get some really cool stuff. Awesome. I'm working in the ordering now. Yeah.
I was just out of curiosity. So I appreciate that clarification. Also, I really want to make a swag jar.
The rumors that it was a lap dance from Reese is not founded. Is that correct?
I mean, that might be if you have like 6 challenge coins, right? Like,
All right, you heard it, chat. Collect the challenge coins, and then Reese will take those deposited in his G-string.
Oh my gosh. Can we say these things?
I don't know.
He's not going to listen.
Okay. Oh, man.
If he is, I'm about to get yanked off this show.
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. Let's just shows that you guys should keep an eye on. Thank you, Kicker. I really appreciate that. So if you want to go back, I guess, and compare the Thursday show predictions to the actual results of the events or get an idea of what the breakdown was last week, go give that a listen. Supposedly, the most recent episode of Grimdark, which was yesterday, and it hasn't been uploaded or anything just yet, so be patient with us on that, features Skari. That's at least who is on the schedule, so hopefully we'll have that uploaded for you soon. It should be fun with a capital F. Additionally, Skari is apparently just everywhere up in the interviews because he was also on Chapter Tactics last week talking about all of the really sad units that have a frown on their faces from being shelved, such as your precious Eradicators. Apparently, they just get a thumbs down a lot. But yeah, go see that. See if you agree with their hot takes about what sucks and what doesn't, I guess. I don't play those silly Imperiums anymore, so I don't know what's good and what's not. I think we mentioned this at the end of the last week's episode or the end of this segment last week, but just in case you missed it, go watch the 40K Game Changers episode that came out on like the 20th or something like that. Just watch Game Changers in general. It's just such a well-produced podcast. It turns out when somebody's a radio host, they do a really great job of producing their show.
It's like that's his real-time job. Yeah,
it's crazy how that works. It's bananas, right? But other than that, stuff that you can look forward to this week, I am so, like, if you are curious about how the NOLA event is going to go, and maybe they'll cover a couple of other GTs too that are going on that same weekend, I'm sure the Thursday show is going to talk about, I don't know if they're going to do the army breakdowns or predictions, or if they're just going to talk in general about how they expect NOLA to go, or some of the formats. But they're going to give you those hot takes on the upcoming weekend.
Oh, is that a photo? Look at the photo in the background, guys. Our producer, yes. My anonymous source just sent these photos in. These are photos of the hall right this second as they're setting up.
Don't you live in New Orleans?
Yeah, here in New Orleans. Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Possible the anonymous source is Kicker walking to the venue.
He's not saying anything.
Oh,
it's true.
I've got him.
We got him.
Investigative
and this is the
reporting here,
door
folks.
opening, I guess. Is this where you walk through?
Yeah, my spy can only get so many photos. So
okay, all right. Well, thank your spy. We appreciate him.
You're welcome.
Stay tuned after this if you want to watch Chapter Tactics. I don't know if that's yesterday or today or not anymore. I have lost track of the schedule. But at some point, Chapter Tactics will happen again. Maybe it's already. Just go watch it. Also, we haven't seen a new episode of The Chief Librarian in a hot minute, so just keep your eyes out for that. I don't know when they're going to post their next episode, but I know that I've been enjoying the alternative take on some lore and good books and such. So it's been nice. Anything I missed, guys? Anything you think we should look out for?
I think you hit the highlights.
I have a response to Grim After Dark, but I'll save that for a later segment.
Oh, that's right. Did they do they just keep firing shots? Do we need to fire back? Is this war?
Just wait. We're going to talk about it when we get to the, our event preview segment.
Okay. All right.
Saving my salt.
Yes, chat. I know that we were supposed to have the delightful Caw Falcon on air with us tonight, and he is not here. And I was hoping that he could tell us a little bit about the 40K Stat Center, but maybe he wasn't looking forward to our interrogation and your interrogation.
He had a family emergency. His wife had to be out this evening, so he had to take care of the kiddos.
Sure.
But he will get back on with us, and he will give you those sweet stats that you so desire.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Tasty statistics. So we're going to skip to my segment actually in a little while. First, we're going to go to Seth with some competitive news.
Yep. So this past weekend, the big events were the Las Vegas team tournament. Obviously, that was the big event here in the U.S. side. Art of War won that. I at this point, congratulations to Art of War. They're great guys and they're very competitive. But at this point, like, I would be surprised if they didn't win something. Like, if they didn't, I'd be like, wow, what happened to Art of War? Are they losing their edge? But yeah, great job to them. Second place was actually N for Netlist, which was actually the team Denver Mountain Trolls, which I was in. There were a lot of big name teams out there. Advanced Warfare had a team out there. Pro Tabletop had a team out there. #Wrecked had a team out there. They actually came in third place. And that featured Jeff Poole and Brandon Grant. So that was a pretty stacked team. And I believe Alan Hernandez was on there as well. So yeah, there was a lot of top talent on there. I was disappointed, and I'm going to call out all of the top placing teams for the lack of orcs on their team. Y'all hear me?
Seth,
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm just wondering, do you think there's a reason for that?
Shelby, don't you join in on the conspiracy that orcs aren't good.
I didn't say that at all. I was just wondering if you thought there was a reason for that. I was just picking your brain,
There are malicious rumors being started by Colin Sherman and John Lennon that orcs are bad.
Mm-hmm. Don't listen to that nonsense.
I'm here to refute that.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. Orcs are not bad. What are they instead?
The LGT ran over in London, obviously London Grand Tournament. It was a 600-player event.
Whoa.
It went for 5 rounds, and then they cut to the top 4 after that. The last game, so the last 2 games were elimination games, similar to how the last rounds at like an ACO or Lone Star Open. Yeah. Ended up being won by Malik Rubio running AdMech in a pretty dominant final game of basically like removing half of Alex Harrison's Iron Hands in one shooting phase. Wow. So that was the thing. AdMech was pretty darn dominant at that event. It really emphasizes how good they are, particularly if you do not have a ton of line of sight blocking terrain to hide behind. So it was rough. I'm not going to lie, but congratulations to Malik. Malik won both the Open, the 600-player event, and he won the Invitational. So he took home double first place that weekend. So congrats to Malik. Great job, man.
Yeah, he's on a roll. Jeez.
That's 600 people. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was the big event.
Okay.
Let's get into our ITC recap. We have had a bit of shuffling around here. In our 40K competitive track, number 1 is still the boy king himself, John Lennon. Number 2 is the most luscious hair in 40K, Sean Naden. I'm sorry, Shelby, but he just inches you out a little bit in the hair.
I mean, I don't have much of it anymore, so that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the length. He's got the length. I have none, so it's okay. I'm not even in that discussion.
It's got that natural curl.
Number 3 is now Colin McDade. Colin McDade got a score in this past weekend, I believe, from Houston. The Iron Halo that bumped him up.
Nice.
Number 4 is Ben Sherwin, and number 5 is the old man himself, Brad Chester. Brad is going to have to stop resting on his laurels and start winning some things if he wants to keep up in the race. So he's going to the GW Open this weekend. Brad, I expect to see you perform.
Is Brad playing Orcs? What's he playing?
No, he's playing Drukhari probably.
Okay.
Don't put that pressure on him. Can he not perform when everybody's watching?
Are you implying old men have performance issues, Shelby, on air?
Nope.
She went there. She went there.
You have been putting a lot of words in my mouth tonight, Seth. I'm not saying anything.
Brad, just remember, Shelby said old men have performance issues.
I don't think.
I heard it.
Does Brad even watch? Brad doesn't watch.
I don't know. It's recorded. Someday.
Anyways, how about that hobby
Our
track?
producer's friends with him. He'll be like, "Hey, you should watch that part." 40K hobby track. Unfortunately, we haven't had much movement in this in a while, so I'm kind of rereading the same names here. Number 1, Lee Harris. Number 2, JT Steger. Number 3, Scott Boucher. Number 4, Nicholas Wenker. And number 5, Noah Bedome. Now, there's not a whole lot of room between Lee Harris and JT Steger there if you're keeping an eye on those points. So maybe there can still be a little movement as we get down the season to some bigger events, but we'll have to see. AOS competitive track, not a lot of movement here either. Anthony Trentinelli at 1. Number 2, James O'Brien. Number 3, No E. Aquino. Number 4, Ramon Silva, and it remains Silva this week. It did not change. You can see it on the screen there. And number 5, Jack Ballard. Hitting the hobby track, we have number 1, again, Noah Aquino. Number 2, Nick Garcia. Number 3, Christopher Hernandez. Number 4, Christopher Daughtry. And number 5, Ramon Silva. And that is your competitive recap for the week.
Cool. Awesome. Am I supposed to do stuff now? Do I need to talk?
Oh, you Shelby. Yeah. Take it away.
Fill the silence. Fill
the silence, Shelby. It's your segment.
So rather than doing a specific topic this week, we decided, since this is the first event that all 3 of us are going to be at and all 3 of us are playing.
Can we hold hands? Can we hold hands, please? Okay.
And skip.
Skip, yes.
I know a lot of you, I'm sure that you guys feel okay about me and Kicker, but a lot of you enjoy watching because you love Seth's success with Orcs and you love knowing about how he runs them and does a great job with them. So what we figured we would do is give you guys just a very brief rundown of what the format of this event is. I don't know some of the details. I think they're in the event packet. I haven't read it, probably should. We're going to tell you a bit about what our lists are, why we came up with them, how we came up with them, and what we're hoping to do at the event in terms of performance. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool. So, this one, the GW Open in New Orleans, is 8 rounds. The first 4 rounds are Swiss, and then the second 4 break into brackets. So this is going to be 3 games on Friday, 1 game Saturday morning, split into brackets. The last 2 games on Saturday are going to be brackets, and then the 2 games on Sunday are going to be brackets. And of course, there's going to be a bracket for those overachievers who did really well that weekend. So they're that way you can know already by the time Sunday rolls around who you should keep an eye on. And you still have a chance of getting something, even if you're in the lowest bracket. I really appreciate that format.
That's cool.
The cap is 256 players. I don't think we have any idea how many are actually signed up. I could go through right now and check registration, but I'm sure it's a lot. They said they had some premium tickets left.
Yeah, the problem with using BCP to determine the number, though, is they sent us all BCP links to go register ourselves in BCP. So it's on us as the player to go register. So there could be a lot of people that just haven't clicked the link versus when Frontline does it, Frontline puts you into BCP.
Exactly.
So and there's still always, you can tell us about this, Kicker, but there's always, someone that doesn't make it into the BCP who's got to take it because of some hiccup, and that happens.
It could be as simple as a typo in their email address, right?
So we don't know how many people out there haven't actually clicked that link yet. And but we should have a good idea, hopefully by Thursday night, because, I would hope that you registered before Thursday night for the Friday morning event.
I mean, it's safe to say it's going to be a major, though, right?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a major. We're well over major already. I'm going to guess we're going to probably hit the high 100s, maybe low 200s, but we'll see.
Yeah, cool. So I guess moving on in. Kicker, what you bringing? What you doing?
All right, so I am taking AdMech, but don't judge me. I've been working on this AdMech before they were cool. It's all the cavalry. Sure. Yeah, right. No. So a little background. I love cavalry, and whenever I do an army, I kind of make it a passion project and something I work on for a full year. This is my army for the year. So with me taking an army to an event, it's kind of most of the models have been predetermined, months in advance. So I can't really, adjust to the meta or whatever. I based this entire army on the old US 7th Cavalry from the Wild West. So my paint scheme, all the way down to the belt buckles and tiny decals, are all done to be as historically accurate as possible. That is as historically accurate as you can be, considering that these are robots riding robotic horses. With that said, the list with me, it's all about the theme and the paint job first, and then how competitive it can be. So as long once I figure out my theme, which was a cavalry based army, I really go gung-ho. I go all into it, and then after that I'm like, okay, now how can I optimize it? So I do handicap myself pretty significantly because I don't make it as amazingly optimized of an AdMech list as I could, but it looks pretty and I really have fun playing it, and that's what's most important to me.
Awesome. I'm really excited to see you again in person. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. What about you, Shelby? What are you doing?
I am taking a list that sort of is like what I took to a GT a few months ago. I don't know if it's going to work out, but it sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm, of course, taking Necrons, and at the very least, the list involves probably either getting shot off the table very quickly or me being able to do that to somebody else, except not shot off the table. So I'm doing something a little weird for me. I'm taking a patrol and an outrider. I've got a catacomb command barge, which I'm super excited to finally have. I've heard good things, so hopefully it lives up to the hype. I also am bringing a Scorpec Lord, a couple of blobs of Scorpecs, and Immortals as a troop tax, and then in the Outrider detachment, there's 3 units of small Scarabs. So I think there's only like 4 in each unit. 2 units of 5 Wraiths, the Void Dragon, a blob of Lich Guard, and a Technomancer, with a variety of stuff and fun relics and things. And so it's really short. It's really sweet. Not a lot of models to move around. I do not like spending a really long time moving my stuff around on the table. I know myself well enough to know that I have decision paralysis and I will spend forever trying to figure out where to move stuff. So I decided to just optimize my ability to enjoy the game with small units of big things. I am super excited.
Plus, then you particularly love the Void Dragon model.
He's so gorgeous. I have no idea how to use him effectively, but I just love seeing him on a table so much.
Didn't you do like 20-something wounds to like a Thunderhawk with him once?
Man, it's so satisfying when you not only get to shoot something and psychic pew it, but then follow it up with a giant sword swing. Just the one I got paired up into a Thunderhawk that I still lost to because I did really stupid stuff in the name of fun, and just like rushed the Void Dragon in because I wanted to see if I could kill the Thunderhawk in one turn. I was this close.
Oh,
this close. But it was super fun.
Yeah. Great. So your list is optimized for fun, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah. I am super excited. It's going to be a blast. It's also just fun to look at because somebody painted it really well. Don't know who that was. Definitely not me.
Maybe painted a good portion of it.
But yeah, I am very much sort of like Kicker. I don't have like any sort of passion behind the list other than just I'm going for a good time, and most of the reason that I go to tournaments like this is to see people that I haven't in a really long while and get to know other people that I've never met. So while I love to play the game and it's fun, I don't particularly care about how good my list is.
But you also did think about not having a list that's a pain in the ass to play, right? I mean, you don't have that many minis, like you're saying. I kind of screwed that up. I have 130 minis. I'm like, they're all beautiful, but that's a pain to
say that number one more time.
I have 130 minis.
That's what you get for playing AdMech. Yeah. This is your punishment.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a lot. Just taking it out of the box is a pain in the butt.
Do you at least have like the little trays?
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah. Really, I love you, buddy. I hope I don't get paired against you.
I play really fast generally.
Mm-hmm. I want to get paired.
It's just the deployment phase, which is a pain in the butt.
Speaking of, Seth, what you bring in?
Where you at?
Shocking the world, I am bringing orcs.
Whoa!
I know, shocker. It's what I do. I have done other armies in the past, but orcs are my main love.
I heard they're really bad. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, right.
I'm so sorry.
Real talk. If orcs were like Drukhari, I probably wouldn't be happy.
Fair enough.
So people besmirching the good name of my beloved orcs drives me on to do better and keep trying with them. So continue to tell me how bad they are, community, and I will continue to play them.
I love it.
Because I am Irish and we thrive off adversity. But anyway, I'm also German, so I also have that side to kicker. You know. All right.
This is good.
Anyway, so the list is Shelby's leaning into my frame. Get into my frame. Get into my frame.
Sorry.
Shelby's in your frame.
I'm running 2 Evil Sons patrols and a Death Skulls Outrider. The patrols are a Beast Boss and Swigosaur with the red mechas, redder paint, and art as nails. A unit of 10 Beast Snaggle Boys, a unit of 10 Truck Boys, 2 units of 3 Squighog Riders with the Bomb Squigs, and then 3 Knobs on Smash a Squig. One of those has the Warlord trait for letting me advance and charge. And then my second patrol is a Warboss on Warbike with the Killer Claw and Brutal but Cunning, another 10 Truck Boys, and 2 units of 3 Def Coptas, and across those 2 detachments, a total of 3 trucks. And then the Def Skulls, I have a Warboss in Mega Armor. He has the Super Cyborg body, and I have 2 Grot Mega Tanks with 6 custom Mega Blasters each, and a Big Shooter, and 3 units of Storm Boys. And that is 2,000 points of Orcs right on the nose.
Boom.
And I start with a total of 3 CP.
Whoa!
You don't need CP. That's okay.
I was about to say. I mean, you're not a CP heavy.
Nope. It's just all about the efficiency, man.
Yeah.
So I start with 3 CP, and I just don't spend a lot. So
I don't want to derail us too much, but I have to ask Seth, because you're putting the Bomb Squig in your Squighog Boys. Can you assault and still shoot the Bomb Squig? Because it's not really an assault
weapon.
Ability. So it's an ability. So you can still assault and fire that weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
I've got
and chuck
really
my spears because
that.
I'm Evil Sons. I don't care about assaulting and firing assault weapons.
I have now that I'm done with my AdMech, I've got 6 boxes of these on my painting table right now. So yeah.
So I'm super hyped for the list. So let's talk about some goals.
Yeah.
Kicker, what is your goal for the weekend?
My goal, I have no hope of doing good. I mean, I'm actually a decent player, I promise. I just, I understand my limitations, but I would be happy with a few wins. I mean, if I can break even, more than happy with that. I always try to look at my goal, at least on a game by game basis, that I want to try and get as many points as I can out of each game, and ideally keep on getting more points towards the end of the tournament out of each game. Is that gonna, even if I'm not winning my game, I just want to squeeze as many possible points as I can out of it. So yeah, what about you, Shelby? What's your goal?
I had one written down, but honestly, the way you put that, I really vibe with it. Because cool. I say, like, it would be really nice to win at least one game, because losing too much can get really demoralizing. But it's not necessarily the losing part that's demoralizing. It's when you lose hard.
Yeah.
It's so, like, I mean, of course, I would love to win a game or 2. But I think, honestly, what I would really like, very similarly to you, is to just at least do better and keep it competitive.
Yeah.
And not, I've struggled a lot with feeling like my opponent isn't having a good time because I am not a challenging opponent enough. And I would like to change that. I would like them to at least
the most delightful player in 40K.
I think I can be both, right? I can be challenging and delightful.
But I mean, like, you're like, my opponent's not having fun. I'm like, but you're delightful.
I don't think that's true anymore. I feel like I'm losing my edge of delight.
Shelby, you can also do what I do. I bring little boxes of cereal to give to people while we're playing. Little boxes. Yeah.
You remember how earlier I said I didn't want to play you?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, everyone likes to play me. Little travel boxes of cereal. So.
I bring stickers.
Stickers. Oof, wow.
Oh yeah, that's right. I love your stickers. My follow-up goal that is unrelated to actually winning is that I want there to be the GW like clothes vendor there, whoever that is. That way I can buy some of those sweet leggings that we talked about. I really want a pair of Harlequins or Necron leggings.
This is a random timeout on GW clothes. Have you seen their Christmas sweaters?
Wait, what? They have Christmas?
I have not.
They have Christmas sweaters. And it was like Chaos and Marines. And now they've released, and there's a Necron Christmas sweater as well. But this year they released Orc Christmas sweaters.
Ooh.
And I must have them.
What I'm hearing is that we need to get matching Christmas sweaters.
There's going to be a Christmas sweater episode. Just so, oh crap, they're green. Oh crap.
Oh,
with the green screen, that might be rough.
Challenge him.
How upset would chat be if part of me was green and missing for an episode?
It's okay.
I think that was super fine. But yeah, I just want to do okay. What about you, Seth?
So this is my first major with the new Orcs. I've taken them to 1 RTT since the book dropped and Charity Hammer. So I really want to try to do well with him. Now, remember earlier when I said I had to save my salt? My salt is here. Now, I have not besmirched the good name of Grim After Dark. I have not belittled their players on air, but Danny and John, there's Pizza Danny, have issued a challenge to all those attending the GW Open at New Orleans, which is if you are to defeat me, Seth the Mad Dog, and you contact them, they have a certificate that they will send you for humbling me.
God, that's so good.
So,
bounty on your
my
head.
original goal was to go positive 5-3 or 6-2 because this is my first major with the new Orcs. I just want to go positive, and as always, I want to try to be the best Orc player that I can be there. But with that gauntlet being thrown, I have no options left to me but to say I have to win it all.
You got this, man.
I have to,
We're there for
because
you.
I can't let them send that certificate to anyone. That's just an embarrassment for the network at this point.
100%.
You're going all the way, Seth.
Are either of them going?
No. They are calling the community out to bring me down. It's not like they're like, we're going and we're going to kick your butt. It was like, no, we're not going because we're afraid of you. And we're going to just get the community to try to take you down.
Those fiends.
So, so I'm going to try to, I guess I'm going to try to make a run for it. So, Art of War, watch out. I'm coming for you all.
So Seth, I really need to know if you've been reading the comments and everything that Kelsey's saying.
Oh yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, great, because it's killing me, man.
Give us a little preview. You know I don't read because I'm illiterate.
He took the whole like insult Orcs things to heart, and he's just been ragging on Seth the whole time.
If you have any unseasoned fries, place them next to Seth.
Because he's made a salt. Oh my god. Thank you so much for that.
So yeah, I really like, this is a bucket list thing for me going to a GW event, and I think a lot of us, it is like, to be able to say that you went and played in an actual GW tournament, like that's a thing that you hear about, like the old grognards and like, I remember when GW used to run tournaments, and now we can say that like we went to one. So like I think that's just going to be awesome. I'm just going to love that. I can check that box off. I'm super excited for the swag because I think we all got the premium ticket.
Oh yeah, we're all about to get way too much stuff.
This is the good reason why we're driving separately, Shelby.
Yep.
All the stuff, all the swag back in the car. So yeah, it's it'll be a great time. We'll have a lot of fun. I'm actually going to try to make a vlog out of this weekend, so you can come along with us for the journey, and you can see the shenanigans that the three of us get up to. But if you were at the event, please do not be shy. Come up and say hi. We're happy to chat. I'll have my big chopper there. Shelby better bring her fusion pistol, and I will be hand delivering Kicker's bolt pistol.
I can't wait.
And I may have got you a holster for it now, Kicker.
That's so cool.
So that'll be pretty
done.
Cool. And then I'll have some stickers there, so I can hand out some stickers. Kicker will have cereal.
Yeah, always.
Of course.
Yeah.
And Shelby, what will you be bringing to the event?
Charm.
Your delightful charm?
Yeah. No. What if I said zero charm? I'll figure.
Shelby's just straight faced the entire event.
Oh no! I'll bring a stack of magic cards because everybody loves magic, right? And I'm just gonna throw them at people style.
And this is the other important thing. For the first time in the history of Signals, Mr. Val Heffelfinger and our producer Rich will be there, and the whole Signals crew will actually be in the same place at one time. So there'll be a group hug, I'm sure, and we'll have to do a cliche like the five of us jumping in the air,
of course,
like picture.
I'm sure that's going to go real well.
We have to do that. It's going to happen. It's
got to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. That's it for event talk. We've got a few more minutes if folks have any questions for us before the end of the night.
I figured we've actually gotten a few questions in the forum. I don't know if you want to like let those catch up and we can do like a Q&A sesh on the next episode maybe. Because I don't think any of them are like, there's a few that are relevant to this event.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll have, we can get the Falcon on to talk, to help frame some of those questions, because we did pose the, hey folks, we are going to have the Falcon on for this episode, and then didn't deliver the Falcon.
And I know there were several questions about like the state of 40K in general, even though they were mostly like a little bit snarky. I think it's still a legitimate question to talk about. the
And
Falcon
yeah,
is a
I
great
think that's
person to
definitely
do that
something
with.
to talk about because there are definitely some people that are unhappy with the state of the game, and we sympathize with that. So we can talk about that more in the next episode, though. So
Agreed.
Oh, shut.
I think there is one question. KR Quinn, is GW streaming this event? Yes, that is actually what Val and Rich will be doing that weekend, is locked computers and streaming.
With Nick and Paul as the on-air talent.
Yep.
We'll
so
bring them snacks.
Yep. So hopefully, I'm gonna hope that Paul flexes a little bit on the Thursday show and gets some lists because he is an on-air personality for GW. So like, get them lists, Paul.
Yeah. Seth, somebody said you rolled a 1 on your bird handling check, so Peter didn't show up.
Oh,
It's true.
Get it?
It's
It's
true.
a D&D joke.
Yeah. Although there has been a lot of requests for me to physically show up to LVO with the Falcon on my arm. I have to work out a lot more to make that happen.
Would they settle for a piggyback ride? You good?
I think I could make that happen. I could make that happen. I mean, I physically could make that happen. I don't know if the Falcon will volunteer for that particular role or not.
That's pretty fair.
And I don't really like the idea of a non-voluntary piggyback ride.
Yeah.
Casey, yes, koozies will be at the SoCal Open.
Yeah.
Huzzah! Koozies.
You missed the kicker. Kicker is
Kicker,
all
say
about
swag 5
koozies
times.
now.
Swag, 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 swag. You get swag. You get swag. You all get swag.
That's
Congratulations.
more
Look
than
underneath
five.
your seat.
They
What
called
now?
you
There might be
Swopra
swag.
earlier. They called you Swopra.
I'm so sorry.
Swaggle.
Good stuff.
All
We'll
right.
just carry
Well,
around
I
the
think
jar.
that's about it for us. Don't forget, New Orleans tickets are live. We have just a few more of those premium tickets left. Those are selling pretty fast, right, Kicker? That's the December
just a few
FLG
more.
New Orleans event.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and will there be koozies there?
I don't want to. Yes, there'll be koozies.
I don't want to. Yes.
Maybe.
Right,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you have to have koozies in New Orleans, right? I mean, geez.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out the FLGN. We've got a Thursday show coming up tomorrow where they're going to be previewing the event that we're all going to. They're clearly going to feature our list because we are the top 3 competitors going. Obviously. And then don't forget the cycle starts again next week, and we will be back next week to let you all know how much fun we had and how clearly the 3 of us became the top 3 placers at that event. This will be the part where I thank our guests because our show notes are set up for a guest episode and we don't have a guest. So
Thank you, Falcon.
thank you, listeners, for being here. We really appreciate y'all being here with us. Final thoughts for the night, everyone.
Head rush, my last minute prediction is John Lennon.
Yeah.
He's signed up.
Yeah,
That's-
I think it's.
It's Seth Oster.
Yes.
This nameless
Shelby, where's the love and support on the podcast?
This I've heard of this orc player. He really flies under the radar. Get it? Flies because he handles birds. I've heard of this orc player. He flies under the radar. He's gonna take it all. He's gonna win.
Hunter, we did not get to the top 5 places to eat or drink in New Orleans. I think we should do that when we come back after eating at all these places.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts for you, Kicker?
I'm just excited to see you guys and hang out in person. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be a fun time. I am very much looking forward to this. But again, thank you everyone for joining us. We really hope you enjoyed this episode of Signals from the Frontline. Have a great week, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Night, everybody.